Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will see managing Azure VMs running Windows Server 2019. So in exercise 1, we'll see how to provisioning Azure VMs running Windows Server 2019. So in task 1, let's create the resource group. So I have signed into the Azure portal and I'm going to search for resource group. Click on resource groups. So on the resource groups blade, click on create. Looks like I have an existing resource group. Let me see if there is any. Okay, looks like there is a file sync one still exists. Let me just remove this first. Okay, so let me create a new resource group. Click on create and select the subscription and enter the resource group name and leave it with the EastUS. Click on review, create the resource group. Okay, so the resource group has been created. So next in task 2, we'll upload a PowerShell script into the Cloud Shell home directory. So let's just go to the shell.azure.com. Let me quickly create a storage account. I'm selecting the existing resource group, enter the storage account name. Create storage. So if this is the first time you're accessing the Cloud Shell, then you need to have a storage account. So if you do not have one, you have to create one. Okay, so the Cloud Shell is ready. So let me upload a script file. So I'm going to upload the module 7 scripts. Okay, I have to do it one by one. Let me do the second one. And the last one. Let me just quickly open the script. So in this script, so we are using the existing resource group and using the get credential, we will be entering the username password and then we will create the new Azure VM with this name mod07 gateway and the necessary parameters. So in the network.ps1 script, Similarly, we are creating the network related components here, and in the TG we are creating the new Azure VM, which is mod 07 target. Okay, so next let me run the following command to create the mod 07 network. So we need to have the network available before we create the VMs. Okay, this is done. So next we'll create the mod 07 gateway VM by running this command. Okay, so enter the student and the password. Okay, let's wait for this deployment to be completed. It might take about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, this is done. Next, let's create the target VM running this script. Okay, enter the credential. Okay, let's wait for this deployment to be complete. Okay, so in exercise 1, we have provisioned the Windows Server 2019 VMs. And in the next exercise 2, we'll see managing Azure VMs running Windows Server 2019 using the Windows Admin Center. So here we will manage the server using the Windows Admin Center. So with that, in task 1, we'll install Microsoft Edge and Windows Admin Center on the gateway VM that we have deployed. So let me go to the another tab and let me refresh. So I'm already in the virtual machine blade. So if you want to get into that, you can just search with virtual machine and you'll be presented with this blade. So here let's select the gateway VM. Okay, I'm going to take a RDP to this VM. So for that, click on connect and download the RDP file. Okay, click on connect and enter the password. So here let me log in with the student account. Okay, so let's wait for the server manager open. Okay, so let's select the local server and we'll select the IE enhanced configuration. So under the administrator, let's turn it off. Okay, the taskbar. Next, open the Internet Explorer. Let's click OK. Let's type Microsoft Edge. Okay, so let me install Chrome instead of Edge. Okay, so I have installed the Chrome, and let me go to the page to download and install the Windows Admin Center. Okay, click on this Windows Admin Center to download it. Let me enter the name. Okay, so I have downloaded the Windows Admin Center. Let me just install it. Okay, accept the terms and click next. Click next. Okay, so the Windows Admin Center has been installed. Let me open this URL. Use the IE and open it in the Chrome. Okay, so it's loading in the Chrome browser. We just finish. Okay, click on this gateway. Let me go back. Okay, so from here, click on add. Okay, so we can, add the servers, Windows PC, server cluster, Azure VM, everything. So now we are going to add the servers. Click on add under the servers. And here enter the server name. I'm going to type the target VM name. Okay, and click add. So here select the target VM. So now we have installed the Windows Admin Center in the gateway server, and then we have added the target VM. And from this Windows Admin Center, we can manage this Windows Server. So in the next task, we'll use the Windows Admin Center to install the IaaS web server role on this target VM. Okay, let me open the new tab and type the target VM address and see if it's loading. Okay, it's not loading because we have not installed, or the web server is not running on that VM. So from the Windows Admin Center, let me first install the IaaS role, and then we'll check back again on this tab to see if it is loading. Okay, so here under the search tools, let me go to the roles and features. And I'm just looking for the web server role. Okay, check this box, and in the top, click on install. Here, click on yes. Okay, let's click on overview. So we can see that the memory utilization, CPU, just spiking. Let's click on this notification, and okay, it is still okay. Now this shows it has been installed. Okay, let me go to the next tab and refresh now. Okay, now we see that the web page, the default web page of the IaaS surveys. So that means now we are able to install the web server successfully on this target VM from the Windows Admin Center. Okay, next I'm going to shut down this target VM from this Windows Admin Center. So just click on shut down and click on yes. Okay, successfully shut down the computer. Okay, so next in the next exercise, we'll see how to manage the Windows Server 2019 using the PowerShell Remoting for the Azure VM. So let me go back to the CL1 machine and let me go to the shell.azure.com. Okay, the Cloud Shell is still active. So I'm going to run this following command to disable the certificate verification for the PowerShell remoting. Next, let me run this following command to start the target VM that we have shut down to the Windows Admin Center. Okay, so the status succeeded. And next, let me run this following command to configure the PowerShell remoting on the target VM as well. Okay, let's wait for this to be completed. Task 2 will manage the Windows Server running in the Azure using the PowerShell remoting. So let me run this following command. Enter the username, enter the password for the user student. Okay, so here what we did is, we are listing Windows services which begins the name with WIN within the operating system of the target VM. Okay, so this is how we can, manage using the PowerShell remoting using the invoke-azvm command and specifying the target VM name using the name parameter and the resource group where the VM is located and the script block where we are mentioning get dash service with the win star, that's the wildcard, and supplying the credential. Next, in exercise 4, we'll see how to manage Windows Server 2019, which is running on the Azure VM using the run command. So with that, in task 1, we'll see using enable remote PS command. Okay, let's see how to enable the enable remote PS command option. So let me go to the Azure portal and open the virtual machine, and here select the target VM. So from the left side you can just scroll down and under operation select the run command. So here you can select the enable remote PowerShell. So select the enable remote PS and select run. Okay, we'll wait for the script execution to be completed. It's completed. Let's close it. So in the task 2, we'll use run PowerShell script command. So we have enabled, and next we'll use the PowerShell script. So go to the virtual machine and select the target VM and scroll down, look for the run command. And here use the run PowerShell script. So here I'm going to type the get dash service win file code and click on run. So this PowerShell command will execute on the remote VM and get the result. So we don't need to directly log into that target VM to run this command. Instead, from the Azure portal itself, using this run command, we can execute the PowerShell command on the target VM. So it says script execution progress. Okay, now it is complete. So we get the output of the service that start with or that contain win. Okay, so now let's close this window. And next, exercise 5, managing Windows Server 2019 in Azure using the serial console. So with that, in task 1, we have to create a storage account. So basically the storage account names must be globally unique and must be contained between 3 and 24 character, including the lowercase letter and numbers starting with the letter. So we have already created one storage account inside this resource group. So this is the storage account that we had created, and which is a replication LRS, locally redundant storage, and the performance access tier is standard and hot, and location in the East US. So we will use this storage account instead of creating the new one. And let me go to the next task. So here we'll configure boot diagnostics for an Azure VM. So let me go to the virtual machine and select the target VM. Okay, let me scroll down and look for a support plus troubleshooting section. Okay, support plus troubleshooting section. Select the boot diagnostics and click on settings. Okay, here enable with custom storage account, and here select the storage account that we have created, which is a computer group storage, and click on save. So in the next task, use the serial console. Okay, let me go back to the target VM and look for serial console. Okay, so it presents with the SAC prompt. Let me type CMD here. New channel has been created. UCH dash question mark for channel help. Type CH. Okay, let me enter the login credentials, student, and the domain, password. Okay, so now we got the command prompt. Enter the following commands to configure operating system, boot options,